Ruby red, 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 ding ding ding, the match scheduled for Windfall, and it is a fatal four-way match for the Raw Women's Championship. In this match, there are no disqualifications, no countouts, and no submissions. The only way to win is by pinfall. The only way to win is by pinfall. First, Ruby Red. Ruby Red. Ruby Red. So Ruby Red is from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at a combined weight of 230 pounds. Ruby Red. Ruby Red. Jasmine. 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 Is mine. Is mine. Is mine. Jasmine is mine. Ding ding ding. Next, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at a combined weight of 296 pounds, Jasmine. And Jasmine here tonight to destroy all of these women. And Jasmine is mine, is mine, is mine, is mine, is mine, is mine. Jasmine. Demetria Morgan. Demetria Morgan. Ding ding ding. Next, from Wilmington, Alabama, weighing in at a combined weight of 241 pounds, Demetria Morgan. And Demetria Morgan ready for this fight tonight that she has to be in for the Raw Women's title. Demetria Morgan. Demetria Morgan. Demetria Morgan. Morgan. Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordynne Grace. Ding ding ding. And their opponent from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at a combined weight of 241 pounds. She is the Raw Women's Champion, Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace. And Jordynne Grace wearing a different Raw Women's gear. This is not the same one she wore for Clash of Champs. It's a different one. Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordan Grace. And this is what it's all about. Jordan Grace does not have to be pinned to lose her Raw Women's title. Ring the bell, ding ding ding. Oh, and Grace. Oh, and Grace going after all. Grace already. Cover 1, 2. And Jasmine. And and Ruby Red. And now Ruby Red. And Ruby Red going, Ruby Red going after Morgan. And a kick to Jasmine. Ruby Red. And Grace. 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 Grace is not. Grace is a perfect Raw Women's Champion. And plus she belongs here. And another Enziguri. And Jasmine, gonna big boot Grace over the top rope. And now Morgan, and Morgan drop kicking them too. And now Morgan, and Ruby Red, Ruby Red connecting with all 3 kicks, and planting down Morgan. Cover 1, 2, and it's not enough for Ruby Red to come back. Champion for the 2nd time in her career, and Grace a kick to the back. And Grace with a lot of kicks to Ruby Red. And Ruby Red and Ruby Red and Red and Grace and now Grace and a splash and a kick by Morgan. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out. And now Grace and and now Jasmine planning Ruby Red and planning Jasmine. Cover on Ruby Red 1, 2, and Red got a kick out. And now it's Jasmine who is brutalizing these women. And now Grace and Jasmine. And Jasmine again now coming back on the attack of Jordan Grace and Ruby Red. And and Ruby Red and Grace Oh! And matter of fact, and now and Jasmine being destructive here tonight. And now Grace, and Grace now, and a knee. And Ruby Red, talking, and Grace now giving knees here tonight to these women. And Grace now, and Grace now, and Grace now with Jasmine, and Grace now, and Grace and Red Ruby Red with all three kicks. And now Ruby Red and and Ruby Red and and Grace and Ruby Red got 1, 2, and Red again kicking out. And now Ruby Red going to go see what's wrong with Morgan. And not even going to help Morgan. And Ruby Red going to continue to favor. And Grace taking out Ruby Red. It was really supposed to be Ruby Red versus Jasmine versus Grace part 2, but then Morgan got involved. And what a knee by Grace. And Grace enters herself back in. And Grace, and Grace now. Wait a minute, Grace. And Grace, massive kick. Up goes, down in the spot. Grace, while everyone else is out. Grace, moonsault. Grace will retain. Another moonsault. And Grace now. And Grace with Grail. And Grace, through the table. And Grace, kicked to Ruby Red. Ruby Red kick. Oh my God, not like this. Not like this. Ruby Red, kick. Down goes Jasmine. Not like this. Not like this. Ruby Red. Ruby Red. Ruby Red kick. Ruby Red kick. Ruby Red. 1, 2. And Grace. And Grace breaks it up. Grace, plants Ruby Red, and plants Jasmine. And not like this. Grace, that's one moonsault. Grace ain't done. A second one. Grace retains. 1, 2, 3, and Grace retains. Jordan Grace. I'm Jordan Grace. Here is your winner and still the Raw Women's Champ, Jordan Grace. And what a victory for Jordan Grace here tonight. Watermelon, 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 watermelon. So tonight, Watermelon gets an opportunity here for a Raw Women's opportunity. Watermelon has tonight to prove that she deserves to be Raw Women's Champion. Watermelon, 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 watermelon. Jordan Grace, Jordan Grace. I'm Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace, Jordan Grace. I'm Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace, Jordan Grace. And Jordan Grace gave Watermelon this opportunity to prove herself that she can become a Raw Women's Champion. Jordan Grace, Jordan Grace. I'm Jordan Grace. Let's go! Way! So Jordan Grace retained her Raw Women's Champion against Ruby Red and Jasmine for the second time. And she beat Ruby Red and Jasmine for the second time. Demetria Morgan won. Ding, ding, ding. The match scheduled for Windfall. And it is for the Raw Women's Championship. In this match, there are no disqualifications, no countouts, and no submissions. The only way to win is by pinfall. Her opponent from Northside, Alabama, weighing in at a combined weight of 244 pounds. Watermelon! And Watermelon gets to prove herself that she is the next Raw Women's Champion. And her opponent from Katyville, New Jersey, weighing in at a combined weight of 246 pounds. She is the Raw Women's Champion, Jordan Grace. And Jordan Grace been holding on to this Raw Women's Champion since Clash of Champions. But tonight that could all change. Watermelon could turn things around and become the Raw Women's Champion. And this Raw Women's Champ has been defended at 2 pay-per-views this year already. Clash of Champions and Roadblock. Ring a bell! Ding, ding, ding! And here we go. Jordynne Grace already told Watermelon she's not going to take it easy on her at all. And here we go. And these two women fighting for the precious Raw Women's title. And there goes Grace. And Grace, and look at Watermelon. And Watermelon taking it to Grace. Step. And a neck breaker. Cover. 1, 2. And the champion kicking out. And Watermelon. And Watermelon. Grace won't go. And Grace goes over the top rope with that kick. Watermelon. Watermelon caught. Kick by Grace. And what a shot by Grace. Grace knocking the lights out of Watermelon for a few minutes. And Watermelon is able to get back up after it. And Grace, and Grace continuing this fight. And Grace, and another punch by the Raw Women's Champion. And right now, Grace taking it real calmly here with Watermelon. And Grace. And a back elbow by Watermelon. And Watermelon now going to the back. That's where Grace got injured at Roadblock. And now Watermelon. And a kick to the back by Watermelon. And now Watermelon has found a way to destroy Grace. And Watermelon, and putting her knee into the back of Grace. And Watermelon, and Watermelon, and a neck breaker cover on the champ. 1, 2, and Grace giving a kick out. And Grace may not be able to hit that moonsault tonight because of her back. Ruby Red punched Grace in her back hard at Roadblock. If y'all want to see that video, subscribe to this channel. And Grace fighting back. And Watermelon taking the fight back to Grace. And Watermelon now going back after to the back of Grace. And Watermelon. And Watermelon with a clothesline to Grace. And Watermelon. Spine buster to Grace. Color. 1, 2. And Grace again. Kicking out. And Watermelon can't get too mad. Grace, Watermelon, and drop kick. Oh, and another drop kick. And that time, a clothesline of Grace. And Grace. Grace reverse. Grace a Enziguri. And now Grace now. And Grace has gotten mad. And here comes the Raw Women's Champ. And Grace with a neck breaker. And Grace. What a kick. And Grace. Grace. Back elbow. And a German superplex to Grace. Cover. 1, 2. And a kick out. And Watermelon would hit the death blow with a back elbow to Grace. And now, and Watermelon, and Watermelon taking it, and Grace, and Grace, and Grace connecting with the moonsault, and here comes the Raw Women's Champ, Jordynne Grace, and Grace, Grace tired of playing games now, Grace just tossing, Watermelon, and Grace, and Grace now, and in a minute, and Grace, punch in the corner, and Watermelon with a knee, and a kick to Grace. And a super kick to the Raw Women's Champion. And it looks like Watermelon still got some fight. And Watermelon going up to the top. And there's the drop kick from the top rope. Grace is down. And now, knee by Watermelon. And a punch. And Watermelon, superplex to Grace. 1, 2, and Grace. Grace trying to do the best she can to stay Raw Women's Champion. Grace has been a good Raw Women's Champion since Clash of Champs when she beat Ruby Red and Jasmine for the title. And Grace, and Grace taking her down. And Grace, and Grace gonna slide. Drop kick. And another. And a big boot by Grace. And Grace trying to make the crowd trying to rile up Grace. Back elbow. Grace. A kick. Punch by Melon. And Watermelon. Double knees to the back of the neck. And we're not sure if Grace is okay after them double knees to the back. And Watermelon. Grace ducks. Enziguri Grace. Kick. Another. Grace. Grace super kick after super kick. And Grace now. Spine buster by Grace. And now Grace now going up to the top. Grace at the top. Grace. Oh! Nobody home for the moonsault. Oh! A DDT by Watermelon. Could we have a new Raw Women's Champion? Watermelon top rope in the and a splash to Grace. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out by Grace at the last second. We thought we was about to have a new Raw Women's Champion. Let's take a look. Grace was at the top. Went for the moonsault. Oh! Nobody home. Watermelon. Oh! With that beautiful DDT, Watermelon would go up top. Oh! And gave Grace a splash. 1, 2, oh! But Grace was able to kick out at the last second. And Grace, oh! Yeah! Oh! Grace a, oh! And these two throwing shots in the middle of the ring. And Watermelon, oh! And Watermelon makes the least of hers. Oh! Neck breaker, oh! And a kick. Watermelon now gonna put everything on the line. Oh! Nobody home. Watermelon roll through. Oh! A super kick by Grace. And Grace a super kick. And Grace a super kick. And Grace, wow! A spine buster to Watermelon. And Grace about to end it. Grace top rope. Wow! A moonsault by Grace. Grace now, top rope. Wow! Another moonsault. Grace. Wow! And a third moonsault. 1, 2, 3, and Grace retains. Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordynne Grace. Here is your winner, and still the Raw Women's Champion, Jordynne Grace. And Jordynne Grace remains the Raw Women's Champion. Jordynne Grace say she's gonna give out opportunities to anybody who wants an opportunity. Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordynne Grace. Alright, you guys, welcome back to another one. It is your boy, WWE matches you would want to see from WWE Entertainment. Make sure you join my boy Jonathan WWE tomorrow for Marker NXT Live in Orlando, Florida, in the Thunderdome. Peace. Ding, ding, ding. The match scheduled for Windfall. And it is for the Raw Women's Championship. In this match, there are no disqualifications and no countouts. The only way to win is by pinfall. Is mine. Jasmine is mine. Jasmine is mine. I'm not like the other girls. I'm not like the other girls you see. Is mine. Ding, ding, ding. First, from Salt Lake City, Utah, weighing in at a combined weight of 269 pounds, Jasmine. Is mine, is mine, is mine, is mine, is mine, it's mine. I'm not like the other girls you see. I'm not like them. I'm totally different. It's mine. Is mine, is mine. I'm not like them. Is mine. I'm not like them. Is mine. I'm not like them. Is mine. Ruby red. Ruby red. Ruby red. Ruby red. Ding, ding, ding. And her opponent from San Jose, California, weighing in at a combined weight of 254 pounds. She is the Raw Women's Champ, Ruby Red. So at Clash of Champs, Ruby Red has to defend her Raw Women's title in a triple threat match. That being Jordynne Grace and Jasmine. Ruby Red. Ruby Red. Ruby Red. Ruby Red. And that's what it's all about. The Raw Women's title. This title has been defended multiple times. Ring a bell. Ding, ding, ding. And here we go. Jasmine ready to go. Ruby Red ready to go. And Jasmine gonna get out the ring. Ruby Red does not have time to play games. And Red getting out the ring. Red ready to get things started. Here. And Jasmine. Jasmine a brutal clothesline. And Jasmine now. And a headbutt. And Jasmine. Jasmine tossing Ruby Red across the ring. And we could see a different sight at Clash of Champs. And as you seeing this, Ruby Red being tossed like a dog. And another brutal clothesline. And Ruby Red now getting Uranage. Cover. 1, 2. And Ruby Red, that wasn't an actual count. Ruby Red has defeated people like Jasmine. Ruby Red, and a uppercut. Ruby Red knows how to do this. Ruby Red, and a spine buster. 1, 2, and a kick out. Ruby Red, a lot of times, she thinks about the hard times she has had. As Raw Women's Champ. And they chopped the Jasmine. Jasmine and Ruby Red faced each other before. WrestleMania 25. And here we go. Oh, and a clothesline and another clothesline. And a drop kick. Ruby Red hopping back into her corner. Jasmine. Oh! Jasmine coming at full speed. And a Samoa drop. Cover 1, 2, and Ruby Red got a kick out. Let's take a look. Ruby Red went on the shoulders. It's like more of the lower back connected. 1, 2, and Ruby Red. And that's your replay. Looks like more of the ribs connected to the mat than Ruby Red. And Jasmine now gonna rip apart Ruby Red. And bouncing her off the turnbuckle. Bouncing her off the turnbuckle. Ruby Red. Did you see that chop? And Ruby Red chest might be turning to red after this. Another chop and another Uranagi. Ruby Red could be over after this. Jasmine is just going to sit down in the corner and wait for Ruby Red to get up. Ruby Red back up. A fifth Uranagi. Cover 1, 2, and a kick out is Ruby Red. And I'm not sure if Ruby Red is going to get checked on by the referee. And now Jasmine now going to the outside. Jasmine a crossbody to Ruby Red, laying all that weight on the Raw Women's Champ. And I kind of think that is some disrespect. And there's the punch by Jasmine. And Jasmine, another Uranagi. And then another Samoa drop. Ruby Red could be done in the early going. And now Ruby Red, and Ruby Red throwing her opponent into the apron like no other. And we have never seen that been done to Jasmine. And again, Jasmine being thrown into the apron by the Raw Women's Champ. And Jasmine, be for real with me right now. This is a match. Wait a minute. And Ruby Red just angrily throwing her opponent back in. And Ruby Red, and here comes Red. Ruby Red, Kick Jasmine in the corner. Ruby Red live. Ruby Red is ready, fired up. Ruby Red though. Got a little bit technique. Cover 1, 2, and it's not enough for her to retain her title. Kick out at 2. And and Jasmine another uppercut. And Jasmine, Jasmine spine buster ring Ruby Red, and now gonna lift up Ruby Red and down goes Ruby Red, and Ruby Red, Ruby Red once again being put up to the air and put down. Jasmine again, cover 1, 2, and a kick out. Jasmine got a kick out. Well, Ruby Red got a kick out after them 3 power bombs. Yeah, oh! Yeah, oh! And Ruby Red steady continuing to throw strikes. Oh! Only to get brutalized by Jasmine. Oh! 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 Jasmine with the continued headbutt shots into the corner. Oh! And there's a knee by Jasmine. Jasmine up. Oh! And Ruby Red looking to roll up under. Oh! Hey! Oh! Yeah! Oh! Shot! Oh! Ruby Red planting her opponent face first. Ruby Red out the top. Oh! Ruby Red launching herself off the apron. Oh! Brain buster. And there's a knee. Ruby Red. Oh! And a backwards DDT. Cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. And Jasmine once again. Jasmine trying to keep this match safe and sound. And Jasmine, oh, yo, oh, yeah, 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 oh. And Jasmine and Ruby Red can barely stand in this predicament, throwing left and right. Oh, 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 and a chop by Jasmine. Oh, oh, and Ruby Red shaking off the chop. Ruby Red, oh, basement drop kick out the gate. Oh, yeah, oh, put to the side of the ear. Ruby Red, oh, in the midsection. Oh, face first. And Ruby Red, oh, with that enziguri. Cover, 1, 2, and a kick out. And this is what Ruby Red will have to deal with in 2 weeks at Clash of Champs after next week and the next week after. The next following Saturday is Clash of Champs. This is what Ruby Red is going to have to deal with at Clash of Champs. And here we go. Oh! And Ruby Red with these shoulder tackles. Oh, Ruby Red oh! Oh! Did you hear that super kick by the Raw Women's Champ? And Ruby Red once again. Oh! And Ruby Red trying to show Jordynne Grace what it means to be a Raw Women's Champ. And oh! And there's a neck breaker. 1, 2, and Jasmine. 1, 2. Ruby Red hold the tight. Oh, Jasmine gets up out of there. Oh, and a shoulder tackle. Jasmine. Oh! Jasmine speeding through Ruby Red. Oh, there's the clipper. 1, 2, and Ruby Red must say no, kicks out. What a match these two women are having. And Jasmine once again got Ruby Red on the shoulder. Oh! For another clipper. Cover. 1, 2, and roll. Ruby Red kicking out of the clipper. And now Jasmine once again gonna do it again. And Jasmine, oh! That time connected the clipper. Jasmine now grabbing Ruby Red by her hair. And Ruby Red, Oh! Gets Uranagi from the second rope. Cover 1, 2, and Ruby Red gets the shoulder up in this match. Ruby Red, oh! Kick, oh! Another kick, oh! That time a clothesline. Here goes Ruby Red. Oh, no, shot, oh, no! And Aleister, oh! Thanks to Aleister Black, Ruby Red know all she knows. Oh, wait a minute. Oh! Ruby Red with the south kick. And Ruby Red, oh! Turn a table. Ruby Red, yeah! Ruby Red kick. One more. Ruby Red kick. Final. Ruby Red kick. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Ruby Red. Ruby Red. Here is your winner. And still the Raw Women's Champ, Ruby Red. Ruby Red. And what a match that was between Ruby Red and Jasmine. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and it's Grace. And here goes Grace. Grace said no one was going to be able to separate her from the Raw Women's Champ. She told that to the Raw General Manager. Jordynne Grace told that to the Raw General Manager that no one was going to be able to hold her from Ruby Red. Grace, and a kick by Grace. I will beat you and Jasmine at Clash of Champions. Jordynne Grace. So in 2 weeks at Clash of Champs, will Jordynne Grace prove her point and take the Raw Women's Champion from Ruby Red and Jasmine? Alright, you guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and turn on post notifications so you will be notified every single time we post another video. Peace. Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordynne Grace. So here comes one of the challengers for Ruby Red, and Jordynne Grace is dressed up in her Jordynne Grace gear tonight with the Raw Women's Championship belt on it. Jordynne Grace actually thinks that she's going to beat Ruby Red here tonight at Clash of Champs. But there's one thing Jordynne Grace doesn't know, that Ruby Red has been in multiple triple threat matches and she has retained the title. Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace. Is mine. It's mine. Jasmine, it's mine. It's mine. Jasmine, it's Jasmine, it's mine. Jasmine, it's mine. It's mine. Jasmine, it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Jasmine. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. Jasmine. It's mine. It's my time to shine. It's mine. Ruby red. Ruby red. Ruby red. Ruby red. Ruby red. And 2. And ruby red. Ruby red walking down the ramp. The champion walking around, walking down the ring. And she is staring at Jordynne Grace and Jasmine. Ruby red. Ruby red. Ruby red. Ruby red. Ding, ding, ding. The match scheduled for Windfall. Windfall. And it is for the Raw Women's Championship. In this match, there are no disqualifications, no countouts, and no submissions. The only way to win is by pinfall. Triple threat rules will also be allowed in this match, which means the champion, Ruby Red, does not have to be pinned in order to lose her championship. First, from Jacksonville, Arizona, weighing in at a combined weight of 284 pounds, Jasmine. Next, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, weighing in at a combined weight of 223 pounds, Jordynne Grace. And you could hear this crowd. This crowd is lit tonight. We are now at the total of 302,848 WWE fans. And their opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at a combined weight of 231 pounds. She is the Raw Women's Champion, Ruby Red. Oh. So as we said on the post show, this was gonna be the first match, and it is. And the Raw Women's title being lifted up here at Clash of Champions. We have referee Jeffrey Carr in the ring. Ring the bell, ding, ding, ding. And here they go, circling around each other. Oh! And Jasmine, And Jasmine up. Oh, and they bulldoze through Ruby Red. And Jasmine, Jasmine tossing the Raw Women's Champ across the ring. And Grace getting a belly-to-belly throw. And now Grace, and a splash into the corner, taking down Ruby Red and Grace. And Jasmine, Jasmine trying to go ahead and get this over with. And Ruby Red, It's triple threat rules, which means Ruby Red, and there goes Grace. And an enziguri by Jordynne Grace. And Grace, already, and a drop kick by Grace. And Grace already heard the rules which means she needs to go after Jasmine. And an arm drag is Grace. Grace now. Grace cover. 1, 2. And a kick out by Jasmine. And Ruby Red. Ruby Red launching herself off the top. Ruby Red going after Grace. And a drop kick. A basement drop kick is Ruby Red. And a clothesline by Jasmine. And drop. And there's that running that clothesline by Jasmine. And Jasmine, and a punch by Jasmine. And Jasmine, with another running clothesline. Cover. 1, 2, and Ruby Red got a kick out. Jasmine should know the rules. She's been in WWE. And a back elbow. And Jordynne Grace, and fighting and Grace a strike to Ruby Red and another drop kick on top. And Grace and Grace and an enziguri by Grace. And a big boot by Jasmine. Cover. 1, 2, And that's what Purple Alexander and Blue Alexander was afraid of, putting these women in the ring together. And Jordynne Grace, knee by Grace. And Grace, Grace sent over by Jasmine. Jasmine getting out of the ring, going onto the apron. And a senton on the apron. Ruby Red, and a drop kick off the apron is Ruby Red. Ruby Red looking to play defense between these two. And a superplex to Jasmine. And a kick by Jordynne Grace. And now Grace sending Ruby Red back in the ring. Grace and Ruby Red been exchanging words all week. And now, and there goes Grace. Grace looking to stop at nothing. Kick by Grace and enziguri by Grace. And now Grace looking to put her in. The high moonsault by Jordynne Grace. And Jordynne Grace still remember that she cannot pin Ruby Red. She can pin Ruby Red, but the title won't change hands. Unless she pins Jasmine. And Jasmine going into the men's section of Grace. Yeah! Oh, and there's that overscrew elbow. Backslide Jasmine. 1, 2. Oh, and it's broken up by the Raw Women's Champ. And now Ruby Red sending Jasmine across the ring. Oh! Jasmine, and a Uranagi to Ruby Red. Cover, 1, 2, and a kick out. Is Ruby Red? Let's take a look. Just a flat out Uranagi. Into the cover. 1, 2. But Ruby Red don't want to lose her Raw Women's Champ too soon. Ruby Red been Raw Women's Champ for 593 days so far. No. And Jordynne Grace. And Grace a moonsault. Grace with the moonsault trying to put everything on the line. And a kick by Grace. Is it enough? 1, 2. And a kick out by Grace. And and there's a kick by Grace. Grace with a good wrench. And now Grace looking to go up top. Grace. And there's the Jordynne Grace moonsault by Jordynne Grace. Cover, 1, 2. And Ruby Red gonna break it up at the 2 count. Kick to Grace. And face first goes Grace. And now Ruby Red. Ruby Red with some shots. Looking to retain her title. And face first is Ruby Red. And now Ruby Red into the corner. Ruby Red into the corner. And a spine buster by Jasmine. Jasmine now. And there is Jasmine. And a body drop to the Raw Women's Champ. And Grace now on the shoulder. And a body drop to Grace. Into the backslide. 1, 2. And Ruby Red and Grace kicking out. And this is a great way to start off Clash of Champions. And now Jordynne Grace. And Grace. And Grace getting that punch. And Grace. Receiving a spine buster. Cover, 1, 2. And Grace got a kick out. And this match must end sooner or later between these two. Kick by Ruby Red. Ruby Red. In the stomach of Jasmine. Face first. Grace. Grace connects. And she didn't miss at all. And and a big kick is Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace knows what she wants. And another moonsault. Jordynne Grace won't stop until she get it. Ruby Red. And a clothesline. As Jordynne Grace gets back in the ring. And a German superplex by the Raw Women's Champ. 3 kicks into the stomach of the Raw Women's Champ, Jordynne Grace. And Grace is done. Face first is Grace. Ruby Red once again. And another one by Ruby Red. Ruby Red looking to end up. Oh, and a Ruby Red kick. Cover. 1, 2. No, and Grace must say, I kick out. And Grace not ready to finish this battle yet. She wants to. No! No! And this is not how Grace wants to end her match. Grace. And a knee in the corner. Grace now. Grace. Into the back. And Grace. With the double knees into the back. And Jasmine. Who gets a knee on the apron. And Jordynne Grace. Kicked by Grace. Grace gonna make sure she say good night. Grace. Connects to Ruby Red. And now dumping Ruby Red over the top. Ruby Red is hurt in pain. And a belly-to-belly throw by Jasmine. Jasmine. Uranagi. Jasmine looking to take advantage. And a body drop. Cover. 1, 2. And Ruby Red back in it. Ruby Red is not willing to lose her Raw Women's title tonight. And a kick by Grace. And another one to Ruby Red. And Ruby Red once again being thrown out of the ring. Knee by Grace. Here goes Grace. Grace top. That's one of the moonsaults. Grace hits. Second one. It's connected. Cover. 1, 2, 3. And we have a new Raw Women's champ. Jordynne Grace. I'm Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace. Here is your winner and the new Raw Women's Champion, Jordynne Grace. What a victory for Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace winning the Raw Women's Champ like she said she was gonna do. And I don't even want to show the replay of this, but Ruby Red is now on the outside of the ring and she's crying. And the Raw Women's Champ being brought to Jordynne Grace. Jordynne Grace did what she said she was gonna do. Jordynne Grace.